Get him. Get him, Krenko. $2027 is the next rotation. Damn, bros. Am I thinking alchemy? Is that my problem? I'm alchemy brained right now. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Someone the other day recommended goblins. We actually have some new goblins here, and we're gonna run the hot gobs, guys. It's an interesting deck. There's actually some new stuff and some new combinations you can pull off in this. It's aggro, it's token swarm, it's everything that you might want to run on this one. With a little bit of spice on it. So we're going to be running this in Platinum, trying to rank up against a very hard meta right now. Got to watch out right now. It's real rough out there. So before we get down into it, though, with these hot gobs, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for our live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places you can check us out when we go live. Hit that bell for notification squad. We'd love to have you there. Be notified when we're going live, because guess what? We have early access coming up next Wednesday. You'll see all the new Avatar The Last Airbender cards. They're going to be up on this channel, so watch out for that. You're going to want to subscribe and turn on notifications for that. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. You can also see all the Avatar cards. Got them all listed on Discord too. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that we build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this, AetherHub or Moxfield, both of those links will be down in the description below. Check that out. So what are we talking about when we hit the hot gobs right here? This is going to be a little bit aggro, but also a little bit spike when we put a lot of tokens down. There's a couple different win cons we could do. We're going to go with the early ones. Grease Wrench Goblin is a very good one from Aether Drift, and so is Burnout Brastronaut, but I like Burnout Brastronaut better. 1 red, 1/1, Goblin Warrior, Menace, start your engines. Your speed starts at 1. Every time they take damage, it goes up by 1 until you get to max speed of 4. Then you give this lovely lady here double strike on the mic. You also have the ability to pay 2 and pump it. With Menace and double strike, with the pumpable ability, this thing can win you games. It can sneak in and do a lot of damage that people aren't expecting, especially with you have a pump spell like Dreadmaw's Ire or something like that. You give it +2 and then pump it again, and then all of a sudden you have a 5 Menace double strike going in, and they weren't expecting it. Absolutely can be a closer on you right there. So keep Burnout Brastronaut in mind. Aether Drift might have been not doing great for a lot of reasons, but it did give us some pretty solid gobs. The other one right here, these punk rock gobs right here, Grease Wrench Goblin for 1 red, 2/1, Exhaust. This is a useful card, useful exhaust ability to do with the new Mayhem ability. So discard 2 cards, up to 2 cards, then draw that many, put a 1/1 counter. Very useful to card draw late in the game, and pump up as we go. The discarding ability does feed into a couple of the madness things we have, meaning that it will work with Ruzek, and it will help pump up Cam and Ferric Havoc Duo. So we do have some good synergy with the discard ability of Grease Wrench Goblin as we go. Burst Lightning, yeah, you do need a direct removal to occasionally pop out anything. I think that you could swap in pretty much any direct removal for, you could do Torch the Tower, you could do whatever you want here to do kind of a direct damage. I like this one because it can finish the game off with the kicker. If you have 5 mana, you can hit a kicker and do 4 damage to your opponent directly, which can, of course, close it up if they are low on life right there. Dreadmaw's Ire, of course, if you have an attacking creature, +2/+2 trample at instant speed, and you can destroy an artifact. Good against the meta. There's a lot of artifacts right there. Good against just instantly trampling and putting that extra power on people when they don't expect it. So one of the new ones that I talked about, Cam and Ferric Havoc Duo. This was, I think, the Green Goblin, one of the Green Goblin cards, which I think is pretty funny because in the Spider-Man version, it's a Goblin human villain. And in this version, the Goblin and human are one thing. And in this version, the Goblin and a human are both attached to a hang glider. So it's literally a Goblin and a human, and they do villainous stuff together, which I just love the flavor win on that. The fact that they're both fighting each other while they're trying to rob somebody while attached to a hang glider. It's a ridiculous card. 1 red and 1/1/2 flying haste. Whenever you discard a card, Cam and Fair get +2 until the end of turn. We do have that discard ability right here built into Ruzik, and of course into the Grease Wench, which is some good backward synergy that we have on that as well. So you can keep pumping and doing a surprise kind of discard and hit on that. So a 1/2 flying and haste that gets pumped, it's not a bad one. Draconautics Engineer, very useful card right here. 1 red and 1, another Aetherdrift Goblin. I'm telling you, the Aetherdrift Goblins are pretty solid. 2/2 with the exhaust ability, Goblin Artificer. The exhaust ability, of course, everyone else gets haste. So you can basically pay 1 red and 1 and then another red and give the entire board haste. Late game, this could be a game changer. Late game, you can absolutely smack people down with this. The other ability that you have is you can exhaust it again and create a 4/4 red dinosaur dragon token and then haste that in. So at a 5 speed, you can create a red token and then a red dragon and then haste it in. Very, very cool stuff right there. Just endless amounts of utility on Draconautics Engineer. So really good. We're going to go 3 of them. Sear Slicer, let's talk about the combination plays here. Sear Slicer and Impact Tremors. This is also going to go with the Krenko combo on the Howl Squad. This is kind of phase number 2 of the Goblin combination, right? So Impact Tremors, you've seen me use a lot. It's great for token generation, especially if you're spamming a ton of tokens. 1 red and 1 enchantment. Whenever this creature you control enters, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. Solid. Solid that you can ping out every single time a creature comes down. But how do we break that? How do we abuse that and make a ton of tokens at once to just spam 10 damage on somebody? I'll show you how. There's a couple of cards that we can use to pull that combo off. Sear Slicer Goblin. 1 red and 1 with the raid ability, Goblin Warrior. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. So every time you attack, you're going to get a free token. As long as it's alive, you're going to get a token. You're sending somebody downrange every single turn. You will generate a token, which means you're going to generate 1 damage. Good stuff. The other thing that we're going to have is Howl Squad Heavy, another Aetherdrift Goblin that is just fantastic. 1 red and 1 Goblin Mercenary. The fun thing about him being a mercenary, guess what? He's immune to shoot the sheriff. Yeah. 2/3, start your engines. Other goblins you control have haste at the beginning of combat on your turn. Create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That goblin attacks each turn with available. This punk rock goblin goes insane. This Mad Max goblin, you make a token every turn from his battle bus and they attack. So you're constantly spitting out goblins to attack, which means that every turn you are going to trigger off Impact Tremors. You combine Sear Slicer and Impact Tremors, guess what? You're going to get 1 damage for creating the token and mandatory attacking, and then 1 damage for mandatory attacking triggering Sear Slicer. So you have synergy between the 2 of them that you're always going to be putting out damage. You're going to be generating 2 a turn, and you see it right there. I ended up throwing 2 Screaming Mimes in there. White life gain is too prevalent to not run Screaming Mimi in red anymore. I did run a couple of games without Screaming Mimi, but man, let me tell you, things get a lot easier when you have this. Mono White, I think, may be the #1 best deck in the game right now, Mono White life gain. So you're kind of hamstringing yourself by not running this. You could run 2, you could run 4, you could do whatever you want. It is arguably the most powerful red card in the game currently. 1 red and 2 3/3 haste. Whenever it deals damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. It's just kind of a meta requirement at this point. It's so dangerous. We've got to run this thing just to put pressure down on people. So we also have Ruzik, booed but victorious right here. This is a 5/4. This is a 5/4 for 2 red and 1, which you can also mayhem out for 1 red and 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you discard a card, then create a treasure token. Not bad, especially if you're discarding land or something unnecessary every single turn. Got to be careful. You don't want to put him out when you're going to discard good stuff, or if you have nothing in your hand. He's good when you have nothing in your hand too. The other thing I like about him, because I didn't talk about Howl Squad Heavy here, all goblins you control have haste. So being able to put him out on turn 4 and swing in at 4, and swing in as a 5, and maybe even play a Dreadmaw's Ire on him immediately is actually a lot of meat. It's a lot of meat to swing down. So Howl Squad Heavy on 4, Ruzik on 5, you swing in with a 5-banger, hit him with the Dreadmaw's Ire, he's 7 going in on 4, trampling. He's muscly. Look at that goblin. He's absolutely jacked. How did a goblin get that jacked and have that much? He's got to be on the gear, man. I don't know. I don't believe that's natty right there. That goblin is way too jacked. Anyways, really good way of generating a lot of treasure as we go and putting a lot of heavy meat on the board as it does anyways. Speaking of which, we're going to talk about Lavaborn Goblins right now too, because this has a good combination play right here. It's a 5-4 for 5 with a 5-4 haster. That's not very good stat line if you think about it. However, you do have a good mayhem stat line. For 1 red and 2, a 5-4 haster is actually pretty decent. Again, throw something like Dreadmaw's Ire and trample through with it. It is decent for a Goblin Berserker villain right there. Super cool looking. And again, you have the discard abilities with Ruzik, and you have Grease Wrench Goblin, the ability to chuck away cards, so you could play that for its mayhem cost on there as well. So both of those abilities are going to be pretty solid to just bring in a sudden. Nobody expects Goblins to be stompy on the back end, and I think that's where we catch a couple people by surprise with that one. And discarding a card will activate Cam and Ferric as well. Then we have the finisher here, the King. Krenko Mob Boss, 2 red and 2 Goblin Warrior, legendary creature. You tap him, you create X Goblins, where X Goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins you control. Okay, so what does that mean? As many goblins as you have, you generate that many tokens. Now, this is the combination play that will hit Impact Tremors really hard. If we load up, if we build our board, you can't activate him right away. You have to have haste. But guess what? We have 2 options to give him haste. We have Hobble Squad Heavy, or we also have Draconautics Engineer to give him haste as well. So you could wait till turn 5, put him down, activate the haste, and immediately trigger the swarm of goblins. If you have 5 or 6 on the board, you're generating 5 goblins. That'll hit Impact Tremors for 5. If you already have those extra 5 with the additional 5 you already have, you generate 10 goblins. That's 10 damage. That's only for 1 Impact Tremors down. 2 Impact Tremors down, you've done 20 points of damage the second time you've activated Krenko. Not only saying that, but you also have an enormous army of goblins that you can just swing down range. Are you tired of me saying goblin yet? Hot goms? Are you tired of hearing that? So with the haste abilities that you're given here between Draconautics and Hobble Squad, you can absolutely just bring a huge amount of damage, especially with Hobble Squad, because you can put them down, activate all the goblins have haste, and then you have 5 or 6 extra people going in on top of the 5 or 6 damage you've already done with Impact Tremors. Big finishers here. So you have kind of stompy hits, you have sneaky hits and token generation, swarm out patrols. You have a lot of different things, flying options. You have a lot of different things, crazy stuff that you can do with goblins on this one, which is really fun and interesting to just try out something new, as opposed to the standard mono red that we've all seen a million times. So it's the end of the cycle. It's the end of this particular release. We're almost at Avatar. It's time to have a little fun, right? It's time to experiment and have a little fun. 21 mountains, 2 Cavern of Souls. We're looking at that right there. Standard deck. It is all red. It is 2.2 average of 23 lands, 29 creatures, 27 of them goblins. The only one that we don't have in there is going to be Screaming Mimi, as it were. 6 instants, 3 enchantments. You could cut down on the creatures and put more burn in if you want, and of course you could always add more Screaming Mimi in, because it is an insanely useful spell right now, with mono white life gain being the absolute top meta that there is. So, of course, the other things that I have are Crash Through, which, of course, give everyone trample and follow through. Fire Magic is good for clearing out mono white, believe it or not. It will hurt us, but sometimes you have to do it. Stadium Headliner is not bad either. It does generate a lot of tokens. Torch the Tower I talked about. You could also up the amount of tokens that you're generating with either Weftstalker or Ardent. That's not a bad one to warp in and then generate Krenko. You can do Impact Tremors and Weftstalker to generate Krenko and immediately hit it for a lot of damage. You could also do Memorial Team Leader, which is actually pretty decent, especially if you generate a huge amount of creatures. You can warp it in for 1 red and 1 and give everyone +1/+1. So if you have, 10 1/1 goblins, well, it's not that threatening. Now they're 2/1s. Now it's 20 points of damage they have to block for. It can be pretty impressive as it goes. So consider a couple of options to kind of sneak your way around. You got to be underhanded. You got to be sneaky. You got to be dangerous. The Goblin method right there. You got to live that Goblin core life. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Make sure you like the video. We're going to be going into Platinum, trying to rank up. We're going to be struggling against the absolute rock hard meta right now that is just solid. But we're going to do our best to try to give you some fun games. And I hope you like it. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it. The story and the writing is all over the fucking place. People really don't realize writing is quite important. You could have some of the best ideas out there, and it won't matter if you can't get the writing correct. Boom. I never watched Westworld. I've been hearing about how season 1 was like the best show on TV. Season 2 was acceptable. Season 3 was an abomination. And season 4 should have never existed. So I keep hearing about this kind of slow decline. Yeah, very, you have a lot of stuff like that. You have a lot of that. The visuals are on point. The acting, what actually happens in the show, they all are not very good. So you have a couple of problems. My aunt brought a cat to a rabbit fight. The mist ending, yeah, I mean, that one's different. They're suffering, but there's through the movie, it is one of the darker endings in cinema, which is they didn't originally have. Frank Darabont did that. The guy who did Walking Dead, and you can see that guy really loves exploring people suffering and being miserable and dying. I think that we could have had Burned Out Hermit Luke if we would have brought him back to heroism, but he never kind of got back there. I think that there's a way to do a cynical Luke who is, you know, he's like, I fought all these things and then their empire just came right back. I think there's a way to kind of rekindle him, and they didn't really pull that off. Like, I kind of get what they were going for, but they did a bad job of it. Is that make any more sense? Put you down. It would be pretty, it would be, I understand what you're saying, because, like, it would be pretty boring if Luke was, like, a Force god and he could just do whatever he wanted, because he's so powerful in the Force, because it's like, alright, so where do you take a character like that? You know? Got him. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Do that. Gobble, wobble, gobble. Wobble, gobble. Boom. Ember Heart Challenger, very nice. Going in, very nice. We'll take the hits. Boom, boom, boom. We do this. Let's do it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Okay. Gonna go in. Pumped. I'll take the hit. Boom, 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 boom. Do this. Do this. All right, is that enough? That's going to be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's leave some blockers down. Well, he could have one burn if he has one burn. Well, no, I guess we already are making some. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Do you think it's missing the Mind Goblin? We have Grease Wrench Goblin. Banner of Kinship works. Boom. Yeah, Mind Goblin D's. Oh, look, it's Lightning Helix forever again. Fantastic. We love that. I did it, guys. Goblin D's. We're gonna wait because this guy has nothing but fucking cracks. Guy has nothing but fucking crack shit in there, so we're gonna wait. We gotta get some more creatures out. Bottle of rum, no one's falling for it. Hey, what's up, Mr. Nice? How you doing? Oh, it's fucking Jess guy again. God damn it. Fuck, man. I fucking hate these Jess guy decks. Excuse me while I jest this guy. Purple haze is in my mind. Excuse me while I jest this guy. Alright, boom. I'm gonna wait for him to do something, man. I'm just gonna fucking look at him. Fucking all reaction. Anthony Scott got it. Listen, I've gotten it before, okay? Don't feel bad. I've been in the middle of playing a Goblin deck and I'm like, oh, Mind Goblin? Is that something I should add? Is that a new card? And I've been had. I've been had. We're gonna wait. We have enough mana to pull off our trick, but we gotta wait until he's got no mana. It's an unreasonable thing to be that mad about. Let's put this down. Let's try to pull some teeth. My turn. I'm never going to commit until you play these pretty cards there, man. I'm not going to do it. Hey, there we go. Lemon meringue in the flesh. Hey, what's up, J Raymond Gaming? Trexadactyl, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Now that I have some actual cards on the board, what's this guy gonna do? He's running 4-color Jest guy. Excuse me while I jest this guy. King Checho, how you doing, King Checho? Okay. Gets rid of that one. Very nice. I'm gonna destroy one of them. Very nice. Lemon meringue going in. Perfect. So we're gonna do Draconautics. Boom. He's probably going to run a board wipe here. We're trying to run goblins. Everyone is just running board wipes and control, so it's not that easy. Yeah, I normally stream around this time. He said good game. He said it's over with. It's done. You can't even do nothing to it. Inevitable defeat. Very nice. Probably another inevitable defeat. Very nice. Bango. There you go. Yeah, everyone is just running hard lock control, which is not helping us, our situation here. They're not letting you keep anything down. I don't know why I'd be able to pull this off with the meta being what it is, but we're trying our best here. We might have to change tactics because goblins are just going to get obliterated by the amount of fucking anti-everything that people are running, which is surprising. Thank you, Mr. Nice. It's expensive. People are liking it more, but it only really works in control shells. If you're playing aggro, it doesn't ever work because you need to have... It's a late game fucking removal destruction card. It's not for early games. Let's do that. Boom. Pop. Let's do that. Jund? Welcome to the Jungle. Let's see what we have here. Either a counterspell or a removal. Which one do you guys think? Which one do you guys think? Malcolm? Boom. Boyd. Okay. It's a bit odd that he didn't get a mana there. So I think that's not good for him. Okay, he can do that. He's going to lose 2 life by doing that. discard. Oh, he's trying to reanimate. Okay. He could reanimate Valgs this turn right now. No, he can't do it yet. Okay. If I get a mana, I think I'm in. I think I'm in if I get a mana. He's not going to do that. Boom. He does that. Perfect. Down to 2. We can lightning bolt him. Even if he reanimates right now, he's not going to have the power to kill me. He would need to gain life immediately. Boom, boom. He could wipe. He could reanimate. It won't matter. If he spends all of his cash because he's in striking range. Hey, we got him. Oh, yeah, no, listen, Avatar looks pretty solid, guys. I'm not going to lie. Avatar looks really good. It's shaping up to be a solid set. I think that all the right pieces are there for success. 100%. I do not think we're having an OMENPATHS situation on our hands. Power level's like a B. I don't think there's really OP stuff in it. At least not singular OP stuff, but it certainly has a lot of meat. Honestly, I don't think earthbending. The weakest one that looks waterbending. But man, firebending, generating that much mana. I don't think people realize how dangerous that is, man. Shitting out that much mana is fucking not good. It's a not so good. That putting out that much heat can be very deadly. Let's do this. Boom. Boom. Airbending is interesting. It's a nice stalling tactic. Earthbending looks fun. It's only gonna it's good because landfall is so powerful right now. I think that's part of it. Ooh, Trastrani, the Three Whispers. Interesting. Yeah, generating 40 bajillion life is that sure is something, you know. Push in. Hey, Trex, did you shout out yourself? Don't forget to shout out yourself, Trex. Oh, the dactyls. He's ramping here. Is he going to take somebody out? Trastrani, the Three Whispers. Okay. He's just going to go straight in on me here, huh? We'll take it. I don't like that he's not playing anything. Double strike. Could pump. Could pump here. Deals damage. Oof. Pop. Draws a card. Pop. Alright, a mana wouldn't be the worst thing to pull off this combo. We didn't get it, but we will get this. No sets are rotating out till next year, Death. And then I think it's going to be the last couple, the last 4 it should be. What's he going to run here? A little nervous. Alicia, Clarion Heart. Nothing is rotating next year? Are we sure? Ooh, Seraph Steed. This guy's already cooked. Doesn't really matter what he does. Get him. Get him, Krenko. $2027 is the next rotation. Damn, bros. Am I thinking alchemy? Is that my problem? I'm alchemy brained right now. I'm alchemy pilled. You will get it like against S tier, which frankly is the only thing people are running. I don't think it has enough juice. I mean, I could throw fucking Screaming Mimi in it if I wanted to be pedantic, but we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, to be honest, guys. Boop, 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 boom. What do we do? What do we do, folks? Life Gain is probably one of the top meta decks in the game currently. If not the, but one of the top meta decks. Go Burst Lightning, you're tearing up the corner a mile. Burst Lightning, go Burst Lightning. Go in. Boom. This looks like Reanimator, I'll be honest with you. Ancient Cornucopium. Okay. Cornucopium right there. Could be a counterspell. No. Seersucker Goblin. No. Generate. Could be a board wipe next turn. Are you sure it wasn't leaves? I've heard that it was just brown leaves that everyone thought was a cornucopia. Anthony Scott. I've heard this theory a couple of times. Yeah, that's what I thought. Boom. Get rid of that. Okay, do this. Boom. I need to see a picture, Anthony Scott. They say that it's lost to time and history, that it's never been that way. That they've never had leaves on there. That they've never had a cornucopium. Out of there. Okay, we made it. He couldn't get what he needed there. Did enough damage to him. All right, well, at the very least, we're holding our own here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I go first. Cable Kongable. Blue again. We love to see blue here. Great stuff. Draconautics. Uh-oh. What's he stopping? Okay. Let's do it. Go in. Ooh, that's a lot of damage up front, guys. Who else we got here? Draycatcher. Very nice. Alright, good stuff. He's got an instant in his hand. Let's see what he's got. This. Draycatcher. Boom. You like that, King Checo? King Checo liked that little bit of scramble we just had. Enter the Enigma. Very nice. Going in. He's gonna hit. He's gonna put a Drake down. Boom. Pop. Dazzling Denial, very nice. Push him. Down to 1. There you go. He's got some mana there, which is not good for him. Unsummon. Boom. Brastronaut. He gets his guy. Yeah, I'll go in. Fuck you. You gotta block me. Boom. And that. And turn. What do you got? Ooh, it's not good. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, Caleb Kongable. I remember Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. Old Youth. Yeah, that game was all about, like, Cthulhu coming back, and the game fucked with you. Like, it would change stuff around and fuck with you. It was one of those early games that would kind of mess with the concept of being a game. And, Like, wouldn't the screen, like, act like you'd disconnected or some shit, and all kind of other wild shit would happen while you're trying to play it, and... There's the list. He's going straight burn on this, huh? Yeah, yeah, it did a lot of fourth wall breaks, and again, really tried to fuck with you. Boom. Hey, Atomic Wrath. Well, I'm glad you like it. Look at that. Let's see how many more lightning helix he has. Is 5 or 6 more, maybe? Screaming Mimi, there you go. Screaming Mimi number 2. Bolt Wave. Bolt Wave, of course, being some of my favorite modern music. Got him. Got him. People doubt how powerful that Krenko is. There we go. It's only something. I think I'm getting abysmally bad luck. Yeah, I think I'm personally getting abysmally bad luck. I think other people are gonna have a fine time with this. Let's do Draconautics. I don't think he's rigged. Boom. Is he gonna go in? He is. No, he isn't. Didn't get a mana. We're gonna go in. Okay. If we get a mana here, I think we're alright. Dalkovin. Nice. We didn't get a mana. Let's push. damage for double strike. Nice. Dalkovin again. Stadium Headliner again. Gonna go in for 1, 2, pop, pop. Let's push. Put you down. There we go. Vav. Going in. I'll take it. +3. Very nice. He's got an instant in his hand, something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Holding out priority. Let's see. Derp, derp. What are you going to do, derp, derp? Okay, so he has 10. I'll be hitting it for 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should we add it? Fuck it. We'll pump it. We have haste and everything else. He's got mobilize 6. That's gonna kill me, I think. He's gonna do 6 damage, 6 damage, and 2 damage. So he's gonna do to 14. I don't know why he'd hold up winning. He could hold up winning. Yeah, that's what I thought. Down to the wire on that one. Down to the wire, but we got there. We got there, folks. Man, like a flat 50%. I feel like I had pretty bad luck with this. I feel like there's more potential here for good stuff in this deck than there is issues, in my opinion. If you want something different or a different kind of mono red, I do feel like this is pretty fun. I think I got a bad rap tonight. I think I got a damn bad rap tonight, but I do think it is a fun deck. It's despite having struggles with it, man, I kept wanting to go back and play more. I kept saying I'm almost there. And that's something, man. Math is for blockers, you know? Good stuff. Goblins.